So we've really come a long way ever since the very end of The Rise of Skywalker, as well as the finale of The Mandalorian Season 2 and The Bad Batch, and exactly what happened with those Star Wars TV shows, what happened with actress Gina Carano getting fired by Kathleen Kennedy in a very improper and not traditional way. But now, here we are, we're very much close to the Book of Boba Fett series, the Kenobi TV show, the Ahsoka Tano series is going to begin filming in early 2022. Things really are beginning to look up for the franchise for the first time in a very long time, and mind you that Mando Season 2 is what really kind of put the stamp on the piece of paper, pretty much showing us that there's a lot to come by Jon, George, and Dave. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things on there from time to time, and make sure to interact with you guys further. So there's one very big mistake that Lucasfilm recently established for the future of Star Wars, and this has everything to do with a particular Star Wars TV show. We'll be getting into that in just a second. In the meantime, we also know that a lot of shows are beginning to get heavily worked on. The Kenobi TV series is finally coming to a close when it has everything to do with post-production. They're planning to finish everything up by February, and that's when they're going to begin, getting ready to promote the Kenobi TV series, right around when the Book of Boba Fett TV show ends, because that's going to be 7 episodes in total, so it's going to stretch throughout early 2022. Now, everything related to Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy, this is where things begin to get a little strange, and quite honestly, something that I think a lot of fans out there are really not going to enjoy, and not really going to respect. And this is something that has everything to do with, of course, the Acolyte TV series. Now, specifically, given that both Disney and Lucasfilm are now developing their new Star Wars TV shows like The Bad Batch Season 2 and even the Kenobi series, which is set to debut this May, fans are also excited of what's to come by Jon and Dave. However, it's described that recently Lucasfilm has made a big decision that many fans may dislike for a new Star Wars TV series on Disney+. One of the big plans by Kathleen Kennedy herself and Leslie Hedlin for the Acolyte series is that Kathleen Kennedy is set to play in the new Star Wars TV series as a brand new character for the TV show. This is described to be a glorified cameo of Kathleen Kennedy playing a new Star Wars character in the Acolyte TV series. This is similar to what George Lucas had done in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. However, Kennedy's cameo is best described to actually have close-up sequences, along with lines of dialogue. Given that this is Kathleen Kennedy's show and that she holds full creative power over the series, this is said to have been Kathleen Kennedy's call, given that she is the president of Lucasfilm. Kathleen Kennedy is set to play some kind of stationary guard in the Star Wars The Acolyte series that will involve Kathleen Kennedy in a full scene where she will have intense makeup done on her to achieve this character. This character so far is going under the code name of Crystal, and is said to be some kind of character that harvests Kyber Crystals from an unknown world that will be introduced in the Acolyte TV show. Further, Kathleen Kennedy playing in the Acolyte series is also a plan by Kennedy herself in order to promote real-world issues in the Acolyte TV show. This character is planned to be, of course, something that will deliver some kind of a message that will both affect the characters in-universe, as well as, of course, the audience and viewers watching labeled as out-universe. Now, Kennedy's idea is to use her character to promote real-world conflicts that are happening right now around the globe today, and that the entirety of the Acolyte TV show will be just like this as well. This is something that Bob Chapek knows that the fans do not want to see, and of course material like this, which is why he has been very much quiet and on the fence of even talking about this Acolyte series during his interview. Now, Leslie Hedlin is described to be thrilled to work with Kathleen Kennedy for her character Crystal, that will play a major part in the first episode of the Acolyte TV series. Leslie Hedlin is described to be the one who will be writing Kathleen Kennedy's lines of dialogue in the show. The character's design for Kennedy is best described to be a complex one, taking inspiration from some of George Lucas's abandoned concepts from the prequel trilogy as well as new. It's still unclear if Kennedy's character will be used in later episodes, however for now, she is only involved in the first episode of the Acolyte TV series that is going to open up with Kathleen Kennedy's character Crystal. The scene is already mapped out where Kennedy's character will interact with one of the main characters that is on a quest to discovering the emerging dark side powers that have been felt throughout the entire galaxy as well. Let me pause right here and just say this, alright? This seems like it's really, really overreaching, as if Kathleen Kennedy's ego has gone through the roof. I don't know about you guys. I mean, hey, I'm not one to judge her acting skills, but this is Kathleen Kennedy after all. She's not an actor / actress. She's not. And it really does make you wonder whether or not giving her lines of dialogue is going to be the best possible scenario. I don't believe it's going to be good. I don't believe it's going to be good for fans, especially that have issues with Kathleen Kennedy. It could only make things worse. So when you have a character like this, codenamed Crystal, so far what we do know is that Kathleen Kennedy is playing this character with complex designs. Now, complex designs, what does this really translate to? Well, that could very well mean two things. The biology of this character, meaning the overall real design of the character's flesh and all, could very well be complex with real, very, distinct designs, or it could very well be the outfit, the costume, if you will, that's going to be very, very complex and very new and odd or strange, whatever it may be. But she is playing a guard. We're not quite sure what she's guarding, but she is playing a guard in the Acolyte TV series. Could it maybe have something to do with the temple that's going to be introduced in the Acolyte show? You got me, it could very well be something like that. The other thing that we do know is the fact that this character is going to be harvesting Kyber Crystals in some kind of bag. And it really brings something to light here. What do Kyber Crystals have to do with the Acolyte TV series? Well, we know that this series focuses on a lot of dark side oriented characters, as well as some light side oriented characters as well. We're basically getting the story of both the light and the dark in the Acolyte. And emerging dark side powers is going to have a big effect on episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Even Leslie Hedlin mentioned that this series is going to have a big change toward episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And I think that when you look at everything related to Kathleen Kennedy and you look at her interviews, I'm really, really not all that much, satisfied with the fact that they are putting her in the show, that she has decided for herself to play this character. I think it's just a big mistake. I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's only going to make things for the worse. But hey, like I say, who am I to judge Kathleen Kennedy's acting? But I will take it for what it is. I don't think that this is the best scenario to go through. It really seems like Kathleen Kennedy's ego is going way beyond now, to the point where it's pretty much laughable. I mean, we saw George Lucas do that cameo in Revenge of the Sith. If you guys look very closely, if you guys have not seen it, I've talked about this on Twitter. I've talked about this here before in the past. But at least Lucas's cameo was actually pretty good. The design was great. I actually wish that they had some close-up shots of Lucas in Revenge of the Sith. We only got like a faraway shot. But here, Kathleen Kennedy magically gets these close-up shots and lines of dialogue. After all, it makes a lot of sense. This is all Kathleen Kennedy's idea. It's her TV show, and it's going to go her way. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's her way or the highway. So, like I say, guys, let me know what you think about this Kathleen Kennedy cameo. Is it a recipe for disaster? Am I overreacting to this? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see exactly how bad or at least reasonable it's going to be, but I don't think it's going to be great. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.